Welcome, one and all. If you decide to join us tonight, it's extremely well appreciated. I thought I'd try a different time slot for my streaming today. It's 20 to 2 in the morning for myself here, and thought I would continue our Mass Effect Andromeda playthrough, continue some of that storyline. Now, I got asked by a few friends of mine who occasionally review my videos on how long it actually does take me to load things with my new computer, and you'd be surprised how long it usually actually takes. And I've had a few extra length loading times with some games lately, just because my computer's seriously overloaded with crap. So I'm going to be doing a big cleanup, and hopefully my load time should be a lot quicker. Okay, so taking off from last time, we finished the mission where we retrieved the Solarian Ark. Now they want us to do quite a few new missions that we got given afterwards to continue on the main storyline. And one of the things we will be doing is heading back to the um, main space station to actually say hello to everyone. So this is what you can find out from the ship when you scan it. And it is obviously on its way to the Nexus with a lot of little support ships around it, getting it ready to go. So we leave the area, and that's the current mission we have highlighted, but we really need to go back here. Now, like Mass Effect 2, you can take all the time you want in between some of the important missions to do a lot of side missions to enjoy yourself and explore and enjoy the content. There isn't any timed mission overlay or anything like that that you copped in number 2. Well, not that I've found, because the ending always comes out the same for me. One of the things I'm excited to let everybody know about is when the new Legendary Edition of Mass Effect comes out, I'm going to do a full playthrough 1 through 3 with the new edition version of it to show it off, and also compare all the times I've played the previous ones to what they've changed. As you can tell, I kind of love the Mass Effect series. What will be weird is any of the playthrough versus this.
Hakeem, Kerry's producer. Got a sec? Hakeem, Kerry's producer. I'm the one making you look stunning for the documentary. There's a hitch. Kerry's been arrested for conspiracy to incite unrest. She's in a cell at the militia headquarters. Any chance you could stop by? A visit from you might shake things up. Remember, Kerry's down in the militia cells. She'd probably love a visit.
Yeah, looks like I'm saving a reporter.
I can't believe you said that.
What?
Well, maybe medical scan, please. Terrence Sarah, is there a news terminal somewhere? There's 1,000 rumors, and I went to sleep in a stasis compartment of 50 people and woke up with 10.
You'll be debriefed in the waiting room, sir. Your medical scan's all fine.
And you just...
I'm sorry, sir. Next.
So as you can see, there's a lot of little side stories.
This place is amazing.
what we will do real quickly is pop in and see if we can get any
Can I help you with anything?
Cobra RPGs. And there are none for sale, so not this time. We will not use the glitch to be able to get a whole heap of them because, you know, I find that honestly cheating. So let's head to operations.
Convicted murderer Nilken Rensis, pardoned after an investigation by the human pathfinder proved his innocence. This is Agent S.
Another thing you'll find is when you do storyline missions like that, a lot of the news articles are updated to what you listen to when you're in the carts.
I'm sorry, ma'am. You're just trying to move somewhere else. All personnel be advised.
Oh, hey, Ryder.
Hakim said they arrested you over the documentary.
Guess I tweaked the lion's tail too hard.
A crowbar, some gum, a nudge from Sam, and I could get you out.
I'm right here, hero. Trust me, this is safer than exile.
You know, they've had other people in the cells. Rioters, people crying and scared. Me and my truth did that to them.
So you're just going to sit there? This is how your work ends?
What? No. Hell no. Maybe I could use this. Thanks for coming, Ryder. I'll send word if anything changes.
So what happens to her all depends on the answers you give in your stories. Right now, she's sitting in a holding cell. She can actually, I think, end up dead. I don't know, I've never had it happen to me, but a lot of things can happen. So let's check out what missions are available in the area. Speak to the Wingers. Let's listen to some bitching because we poked the dragon. Or as they say, let sleeping lions lie.
Hello again.
They're waiting for you. Careful.
Ryder made a sentimental choice saving those Krogan. He looked at them and thought of you.
Ryder's his own person. Just admit you don't like Krogan.
The Pathfinder.
Ryder, we were just discussing your encounter with the Archon.
It's true. I had to leave some Solarians behind, Director Tan. I'm sorry about that.
Noted. Though it is good to see Arc Parchera reunited with the Nexus.
Yet I have to question what we gained, provoking the Archon like this.
He had a map showing the location of Meridian. Now we have it, and a short window to get there. It's the control center for the terraforming network. If we get that working, all our problems are solved.
Based on what data? This is all alien science.
The vault on Aya suggests that Meridian is the key.
While I appreciate what you've done for our strike teams, we're not equipped for a war with the Ket. They'll be defending Meridian with everything they've got.
This is how we beat them. The Archon doesn't know how to bring Meridian online. He can't control the technology. I can.
Vaults, maybe. We don't know if Meridian works the same way. And attacking the Ket, only to find out you're wrong?
Then there's this Sam of yours. We took a chance letting AI get involved. Frankly, I'm uncomfortable with just how involved it's become. I can't support your plan, Ryder.
Then I will.
And so will I.
Ryder deserves a chance to try.
I applaud the gesture, but you answer to me. I hope you understand.
We hear you loud and clear.
Good. That will be all.
Why am I surprised? I don't exactly have a plan B.
There may be a way.
Pathfinder, apologies. There was an urgent message for you. They said your sister is awake.
What?
Go. We'll talk later. In the tech lab.
Alright, so before we continue the storyline there, we are going to go to visit the last planet.
Sarah,
Little brother.
bring it here. Man, it's good to finally see you.
It's good to see anything. I was starting to think I'd never wake up.
Well, I sure missed having you around. We've hit a few rough patches along the way.
I'm sorry I wasn't there when Dad died.
There's nothing anyone could have done. I wasn't even sure I should tell you.
I'm glad he did. Gave me time to let it sink in. I'll miss him. But I also know he'd be the first to say, get over it, and get on with it already.
Oh, there's been plenty of that.
So I hear, Mr. Pathfinder.
Not by choice.
Uh-huh. Then I guess I'll overlook your little embellishment. You told me we found home. Yeah, I know you meant well. But no more lies, okay? I'm a big girl. I can handle it. From the sounds of it, you're going to need all the help you can get.
Careful.
No way are you fit for duty, miss. That stubborn skull of yours needs a chance to heal.
Says who?
Just for once, take it easy, will you? There'll still be plenty of mountains left to climb when you wake up.
Oh, better leave the tallest one for me.
If you two want to catch up some more, that's fine, but no getting out of bed.
Ryder, this is Pathfinder Hager. We have an idea about Meridian. Please stop by the tech lab soon as you can.
Will do.
Hey.
You're probably wondering how things have been going.
Yeah, feeling a little out of it. I know you're Pathfinder, but not much else. Did they make you president of the universe, too?
Well, the big vote is tomorrow, and I'm here to make sure every comatose patient has their say. Vote Ryder.
Ha ha. So what have you really been up to?
In a nutshell, we found an alien terraforming network that spans the cluster. We're going to reactivate it at some place called Meridian.
Wow. That all?
Nope. There's also a race of aliens called Ket that wants to turn all of us into them, and their leader, a guy named Archon, wants me dead.
Right. Maybe taking a long nap wasn't so bad.
You should know. Dad was keeping some secrets from us.
How do you mean?
First off, Sam's a lot smarter than he let on. Also, his connection to Dad, and now me, is way more powerful than the other Sams.
I never knew that. What was Dad up to?
Dad encrypted memories in Sam. I've started unlocking them.
What were they?
You, me, and Mom.
You saw her?
In the hospital, the day she passed away. And at that reunion dinner she twisted our arms on.
Right. Awkward.
And something else. Dad meeting with a benefactor back in the Milky Way. Some initiative power broker I'd never heard of.
Me either. Weird.
Yeah. Still trying to figure out what it all means. I thought maybe we could talk about Mom and Dad.
What about them?
Thought you might want to know how Dad died.
I've been wondering.
First planet we landed on. There was an atmosphere processor. It was malfunctioning. Dad managed to power it down. Saved us all. But there was an accident. My helmet broke. I couldn't breathe. And then Dad gave me his.
He sacrificed himself.
Only one of us could make it. And he didn't hesitate. He was a hero.
I remember the stories about Dad being an N7. The things people said he did in the military. I guess it was true.
You should have seen him in action. He was incredible.
Good. That's how I'll remember him then.
What do you remember about how they met?
As Mom tells it, he was doing his N7 training on Earth. She was a scientist working on biotic implants. He was trying real hard to pull off a bad boy in uniform thing. And failing. But she thought it was charming and struck up a conversation. Dad mostly just grunted. She finally had to ask him out.
Our dad, the ladies' man.
Then he went off to fight the First Contact War. When that was over, we were born, and Dad was posted to the Citadel as an attaché.
What do you remember about Mom's biotic research?
That was back when biotic abilities were a total mystery. She was a pioneer, helping people cope by designing implants. It's what made her sick, though. People got all sorts of weird diseases from EZO exposure.
What do you remember about growing up on the Citadel?
Giant space city filled with every kind of alien you could imagine. I remember trying to play hide and seek with some Hanar. It was no fair because they could float. Looking back, it's probably why I'm here. I saw how mind-bogglingly enormous the universe really is.
You still think about Mom?
When I woke up, I forgot she was dead for a second. I looked around for her, then I remembered.
Dad talked about her before we left on our first mission.
He didn't show it, but he never stopped thinking about her. He wasn't the same after she was gone.
At least they're together now. Feeling homesick at all?
Well, all I've seen so far is this med bay. We could still be on Earth for all I know. But yeah, before we went into stasis, I was missing my life. Or at least the idea of it.
Which part do you miss most?
Looking for Prothean artifacts. My team was a special exoarchaeology unit. Fully funded and sanctioned by the Alliance. My job, as in they paid me to do it, was to help dig up more artifacts and learn whatever we could from them. If things hadn't gone sour, it would have been a great life.
What was wrong with how things really were?
Well, Mom was gone. I'm not sure I'll ever fill the hole she left. And Dad, it hurt him more than he let on. Plus his research on Sam was illegal as hell. He was trying to save her, and maybe the Initiative looked the other way, but the Alliance didn't. After they discharged him, whenever people found out I was his daughter, door slammed in my face. Being Alec Ryder's kids in the Milky Way, we were in for a lifetime of dreams that were never going to happen.
Well, I should let you rest up.
Yeah, only way to recover from a coma is getting more sleep.
It won't be much longer.
At least take some pictures of Meridian for me. I can pretend I was there.
Don't worry. There are some interesting events to come up yet. So, we're not going to go continue on with the information about Meridian. We will continue that on another time. We have to get to Eladon. We've also got, Family Secrets, which is where we're going to get the rest of our Sam memories. We're going to talk to Gil on Eos. You actually finally get to meet his offsider. Even though he's actually gay, but eh. Need to speak to Cora when we get back on the Tempest. We're going to continue some stuff with PB. And Joel. And we can get more stuff on Aladin yet. We'll find the last relic there for Aya. We'll find the last couple of plants. We'll find the med supplies on Aladin. When we do get the outpost, we'll be able to actually continue this. That we can do any time. We'll finish off that minerals ones. I'll end up with 7 of them. I don't know where the last 2 are. So, we might find them, we might not. I don't know. That's pretty much what we've got left. So, Aladin's got a lot to it. So, what we might do instead is let's talk to Cora first, and then we'll make it and do a few of the side stuff before we get too excited. Knock out the side stuff first, and then we'll continue on.
A worker was lost to space during repairs on the Nexus Hull. The victim's name has been withheld until next of kin in the Milky Way is notified. This is HNS.
Ryder, Vetra wanted you to check in when you can.
Pathfinder?
We can talk more later.
Sure.
All I'm doing right now is checking in to see if there's anything to be said from any of the companions, in case I've missed something.
Hey, Pathfinder. Still passing that mess with Varan and Callan. I made sure the Nexus data will be changed. Kesh is none too happy, but she can blame me. The important thing is we're all alive, I'm all in, and I'm doing things different now.
Let's not revisit that, all right? Eyes on the future.
Agreed in every way. I'm already making plans. I've arranged a thing on EOS for everyone. It's time I gave back, not just go from crisis to crisis. Sam has the nav points, dress light.
Love how he says that, but you always end up wearing your combat gear down there anyway. And there's nobody standing around up here, which I have actually only seen them do it once. But let's talk to Gil.
Hey, you're 2 for 2.
What do you mean?
2 times face to face with the Archon. 2 times you spit in said face. Figuratively speaking, of course.
We were nose to nose this time. Some spit might have hit the mark.
That's a 2-way street, Ryder. Ugh. Bastards trying to exalt us all, huh? That's what all this is about?
Could be.
Typically I like high-stakes games, but I'd rather be sitting at the kiddie table this time.
Good talking to you, Gil.
Anytime.
I think if this game had had more development time, you may have actually found that the relationships between the crew members might have actually meant a little bit more when it comes to loyalty to your troops than what it actually does by the end of this. They may have intended more for it, but you will never know.
Difficult? I've seen you do things twice as complicated.
You need to raid a Ket base? I'll put together a crew in a heartbeat. This is just beyond.
Just do it, or I'll find someone who will.
You realize that even if I do find it, it's gonna cost you.
And you know I'm always true to my word, so just get it done. I'm hearing the Ket activity's down. I bet the Archon's still nursing his wounds. That means he can be beaten. The Ket can be beaten. People are waking up to that.
Didn't sound like you were discussing Ket over comms when I walked in, though.
Wasn't. I have a friend keeping a lookout for a lamp. One brought from home, but stolen in the revolt.
I didn't think you were so sentimental.
I'm not the only one. Subi has her father's antique instruments, Cora her Asari prayer book, and Liam has the junk that Liam collects. These things are important. They remind us where we came from.
I know what you mean. I never want to forget what I left behind.
Even as we look forward to the future. Yes.
So what's so special about this lamp?
It's awful. It's got a butt-naked Asari for the stand, and she's holding a moon.
One of your prized possessions is a really ugly lamp?
The foreman at my first job had this lamp. When he was mean, I'd focus on it so he wouldn't see me upset. Now I keep it so I remember where I started. Most of my life was doing stuff to survive, taking shit from assholes or being one. I don't have to do that anymore. I can start over. Something honest.
Honest work? Vetra, you'd be an awful farmer.
Yeah, you don't know that. Point is, I could be anything. For a while, I didn't care that I'd lost the lamp. Everything was a mess, and it Just didn't matter. But we've made progress, Ryder. Small things matter again. People are daring to dream.
It's nice seeing you like this.
I know. I like being able to let go and do something for myself for once. Let's hope this is just the start, huh?
Liam's idea about watching vids together.
Movie night? He delayed again, out of respect for Reika.
Good. From what I've seen, your vids are flat. They're only seen and heard. Angara vids use tiny electrodermal signals. You feel it through your skin. I spoke to Gil. We have time to rig up a system to mimic it, if we can acquire the right components.
That sounds amazing. Let's do it.
The components we need should be sold on Aya. Let's be vigilant.
Got a minute? I could use a favor.
You only have to ask.
I kept thinking about Sarissa and my not being a Pathfinder. And the thinking turned into a project on Eos. Can you help me finish it?
What kind of project?
I'll put the nav points in the helm. Come along and I'll show you. That Archon barely sees us as sentient. Strings people up like puppets. Just no more playing dead, okay? I couldn't...
I just wanted a belly rub. Is that so much to ask?
Ryder, you're adorable. But damned if there isn't something wrong with you.
Or I like making you laugh.
I could use it. Losing another Pathfinder is... At least the Ket can't exalt the Krogan. Sorry, rambling. Did you need me?
See you later, Cora.
Stay safe.
One of the things you'll do most pointlessly in this game, repeatedly, is try and talk to your crewmen and find out that they don't have anything more to talk to you about. That's the little guy we found down below. We've kept him. As you can see, we've got the majority of the models now. I don't think those top two there have ever been filled up. And I think there's two missing over there. So occasionally there's still things to find, but I don't think you get an accomplishment out of it anyway, or anything like that. So, meh. Nothing there. Nobody in the dunny usually.
We need to talk about Sam.
Dr. Taparo does not approve of how we escaped the Ket containment field on the Archon's flagship.
By stopping the Pathfinder's heart? No, I do not approve.
Relax, Doc. It turned out okay.
Dying, even temporarily, is never okay. Ryder, Sam killed you. Yes, he brought you back, but what if he didn't?
I cannot learn without the Pathfinder. That would be akin to killing a part of myself.
Your lines of code, you can't die.
Sam would never hurt me.
Thank you, Ryder.
Look, I'm not against Sam. I'm not against you, Sam. But my job's hard enough without an AI stopping your heart. Even to save your life.
All right. I'll find a new party trick.
Have Gil teach you 3-card Monty or something.
Lexi, I apologize for any distress I have caused you.
And I'm sorry for calling you lines of code. You're more than that. Even if you don't have cells to prove it.
Always wondered what would have happened to Sam in the series. Whether he would have had a transition like you do in the first series or not.
Couldn't digest it without heavy processing. Cellulolysis would be hugely inefficient.
Are
you still trying to figure out how to eat Helios flora?
Oh, shoot. I was talking out loud again, wasn't I?
Hey, are you okay? I shudder to think what the Archon meant to do with you. I heard you had to die to get out of a trap? I think of myself as daring and death-defying, but you?
You are daring. I had upped my game.
Well, you win. Jackass. Just don't get yourself exalted, okay? That asshole means to ketify us all.
Can't let that happen.
But he's close. He's almost figured out Krogan. It's the scariest thing. Ugh. Let's talk about something else, okay?
Thanks for chatting. We'll talk again later.
You know it.
And the last ones we pretty much have barely talked to are the guys up front.
I need a break. Do you need a break? Let's go for a break. Care for some tea, Ryder?
I'd love a cup.
It's a cultivar originating in Sumatra. My own personal stash. Once I run out, that'll be it for Earth tea. I keep having these thoughts. I'm never gonna taste this again. I'm never gonna see that again.
You're not the only one, Subi. I have those senseless thoughts all the damn time.
And? Do they bother you?
It's natural. You'd have to be made of stone not to miss home sometimes.
The universe is like a giant tapestry. I love following its threads, but it distracts me from the whole picture. My family was right there, but I was too occupied by the abstract to appreciate them.
From everything you've told me, you're here because of your family. Your love of science, doesn't that come from them? Aren't you with them every time you chase down a new discovery?
Ryder, that's beautiful.
My mother made the implant in my head, and my father created the AI that uses it. I haven't lost them either.
Thank you, Ryder. Feeling all right? You were clinically dead for a few seconds. I didn't even know a Sam could do that.
I didn't either. Imagine how I felt.
I'll bet. Death is the only exit, not the most reassuring words to hear. Anyway, thank you, Sam, for saving Ryder's life.
You're welcome, Dr. Anwar.
When did you start believing in a god?
My parents were both scientists. My home was ruled. God, to me, is an artist. And
I should get back.
Sounds good.
We skipped that because we've already heard that previously in our playthrough. I pressed the wrong button when I was exiting.
Gil, O'Connell and Serena spent months getting our systems coordinated. You can't just strip and redesign those connections on the fly. Gil, I know you can hear me.
The whole ship can hear you. I'm just not listening.
You're fighting again?
I'm thinking the same, believe me. A real victory. Our Ark back at the Nexus. I'd almost given up hope.
I find things, Callow. My job description's only one word.
Losing Pathfinder Reka is a blow. So many Solarians joined the initiative because of her. But you did your best. Did you need me?
What do you think of the rest of the crew?
No. If I gossip anymore, I'll get in trouble.
Tell me something else about the ship.
O'Connell, our systems designer, was running a power distribution model, how power moves through the ship. But he forgot to lock his terminal and we, added a few embellishments. For 2 days, poor O'Connell was convinced that turning on all the bathroom lights would overload the engine core.
That's the type of thing I would do to people.
I'll let you concentrate.
You know where I'll be.
Even though those options never turn grey like everything else does, usually when you've exhausted all options for conversations, he never says anything different. So as you can see, our next continuation would be Journey to Meridian. That would continue our main storyline. But we are going to go to Haval, and I think Eos has got a mission as well, but Aladdin's there. We will get to Aladdin. Eos has 2 things for our crew.
Pythias system, home of Eos and Prodromos. Descent is green.
Coordinating. Path is calm.
So as I said, need to dress light, but he's in his combat gear. So we'll make it easy. We'll do a quick run over to the activity Liam's talking about.
This will be great.
Prodromos is suited up and ready to host.
Ready for the exchange, Pathfinder.
Grab your civvies. Going to get hot.
How did you do all this?
Well, it didn't take much. A ball, flat ground. Hustle would start games at refugee camps. I didn't get it then, but after the attack here and the shit with Varan's rescue, I wanted to try something. Low tech. What do you think?
It's good to get people's minds off of all the crap we go through.
Not just that. I didn't do it to distract them. We don't get distracted. We go head on. When it's life or death, you have to. No one's living or dying because of this. They're here because they want to be. I didn't get how important that is. Maybe that choice is how we stop being outsiders. Check the play! Free kick for charging. No charge for matchmaking. What?
We're lucky to have you.
You better believe it. You too, Ryder. You're a jerk sometimes, but as Pathfinder, this is because of you. Switch up. Ready to get in the game?
Yeah, the Pathfinder should make an appearance. Try to keep up, Costa!
Don't count on it. I'm complete rubbish.
We'll fast travel to the next one after this. So we'll quickly run over. Here we go.
I'm good. You're here. Yeah, so listen. she's only got a minute or two, and she's in rare form today. Just to warn you. She's here kickstarting repopulation protocols, reversing the chemical procreation blockers for colonists. Calls it boosting the batter. She's gonna talk your ear off about your civic duty as a man.
That is what she's here to do. The woman takes her job seriously.
Hey, if you're cool with it. I mean, makes no never mind to me. No chance I'll ever oops a baby into the world.
Am I interrupting something?
Ah, Jill. About time. This is...
Save it. I asked you both to stop by, remember? Ryder, pleasure. I know we're all very busy, so I have only one question for you.
Sure, go ahead.
What the hell did you do to him? It's like he's an adult or something. He can even have a mature conversation without it degrading into pot shots. Unless I take it there. What's your secret?
I sneaked into the stasis pods and switched him with another baby.
My boy's in good hands. Okay, you're both off the hook. So glad I got to meet you, Ryder.
Likewise.
I always figured it would have been awesome for her to actually try to convince you to have that option as a funny kind of thing to have, but as you can see, that's the only time you meet her and that's the only time you talk to her.
Sorry, friend, but... Ah! The Pathfinder!
That's a new one. Usually I get one finally showed.
Are you kidding? Everyone knows you. You're why we're here. And I sure am. Here. Danny Messier. Couldn't wait to be deployed, but... I thought the shuttle would take a little longer. Hoped, actually. Pathfinder, what do I do? A whole world is... too much potential.
I don't know, Danny. Plants and bugs?
Well, yeah, actually. That's a good idea. Can't live here if we don't understand it. Great day to be alive, Pathfinder. To have purpose.
Yeah, that guy's story never ends well. And you kind of get over saving him in the end. That's why I don't usually even bother talking to him, to be honest. And we're going to TP, won't we? Over there. Yep. So this is the next spot where we're heading. As you can see, there's not many spots left on the map to actually do the hidden cache missions, because we find a lot of them as I've played this planet many, many, many times.
Be a memorial or monument when there's time.
No, you should repurpose and repopulate it and put a memorial here. It's all good hardware still. Why waste it?
I don't like the look of those Ket machines.
Get ready to fight!
This is the place. Ready? Hostiles! Here.
So,
Ready to see what I've got?
we're going to clear this out real quick. Make sure there's nothing here. According to the thing, there's nothing here, but...
This is the place. Ready?
We've got targets!
We're on the way. And it's down.
So where's your mystery project?
Not far. The old outpost site. They left a few things behind.
Whoa, steady.
Thanks. I can't lead the way unless you...
Spoil sport.
Soil converter. No remnant terraformer, but it makes sandy dirt into something useful. Eventually. Add seeds, some rain, and you've got a garden.
That's right. You wanted a garden of your own.
It'll take years. I might not even see it. But that's okay. Asari think in centuries. Lay a foundation, then step away. Let it grow into something you might never expect. Pathfinder training was my foundation. Gave me a whole galaxy of directions I could go. I don't need someone else's plan. Just a good beginning. The first seeds of a garden. Or someone I need in my life.
Someone you need. I could get used to hearing that.
I'll have Sam make a recording.
I want to keep hearing it from you.
You will. But first... Ready? 1, 2...
Whichever crew member you bring with you for this bit must feel really awkward. Well, hopefully they stayed in the vehicle. But that being done, we would find that annoying little prick over here if we want to go chat to him to find out what's going on, but we're not going to bother. So we're just going to jump back into our vehicle and get off this planet.
Ascent is go.
Leaving Atmo. All clear. Hello?
Pathfinder, you have new email.
Huh. Eden Prime is one of the big places you visit during the original storyline, so it's always nice to see that. The Thessian Bloom, never know, that may not even exist in the end. And Kadara. Another mission for one of our crew members. So now we're still looking at continues on Aladdin, continues on Aladdin, continues on Aladdin, continues with Aladdin, Kadara, Haval, and Haval. Aladdin, Aladdin. As you can tell, there's a lot to be done at Aladdin. We need to go Aya, so we might go there real quick because we might be able to find some Cobra RPGs as well. Which we have not checked on board the ship since we got back on. It's always a handy little thing to check here as well. Nope.
Suvi, that Nexus. She's a widow of one of my pilots.
The people you were training to explore the Scourge?
Zoe's wife was lost out there. For a fellow pilot, one does the right thing.
Like making sure her widow's got enough credits.
It's the least I can do. The most is conquering the Scourge once and for all.
So we'll knock off talk to the witnesses while we're here, and also grab the stuff for movie night, which is the same general trader where we have to go for the stuff for the Cobra RPGs anyway, so two birds, one stone.
When I signed up for the missions, I knew we might encounter new species. But the reality of it, these people are incredible.
It's a shame Jen Garston will never know how her crazy dream ended up.
The Moshai said you remember when the Ket arrived.
My father's oldest friend was chosen to be Volt's ambassador to the Ket. The day he left, they embraced as brothers. All the Ket sent back was his badge, and a holo recording I wasn't allowed to watch. I was too young to understand why everyone was scared, why my father mourned for months.
I can imagine how terrifying that was for a child.
What frightened me was seeing how helpless my parents felt. All our leaders were confused and fearful. The terror made us hesitate. That's when the Ket struck. They'll try the same with you. Be ready.
Put a layer of security between yourself and danger.
Moshai said you'd want to hear my experience with the Ket, to learn from it.
I do. Tell me about it.
They had just arrived. I was on a civilian shuttle to Volt when we received a message. The spaceport was on lockdown. Security concerns due to the Ket. We were supposed to land on a nearby moon and wait for the all clear. Instead of landing, the shuttle captain turned back. Something felt wrong, he said. Later we learned it was a Ket transmission to isolate us for capture. The captain had saved our lives.
You can't have been more than a child when that happened.
I was old enough to know life would never be the same.
Goods for the home, tools for the field, supplies for all your needs. No trouble, I see. Good.
It's always nice to find a lovely supply of stuff like that. So what we might do while we're here is grab some extras. They're the things that we use the most. That will come in handy. So if you wanted to do the whole glitch thing, you'd save it here, and we would reload that, and you'd find more. But we're not going to do that, because, yeah, I don't like that cheat. I don't like cheating in general, really. And the one thing, of course, I forgot to get was...
We're still good.
Go... grab that again. And there's the video parts. So now we just have to talk to Giles when we get back on the Tempest to say, hey, we got the bits. A lot of people don't end up doing the actual video night until after the main game's actually finished because they just don't think about it as they go, but you can do it well before then.
The Moshai said we should speak. You remember the Ket's arrival?
One of them came to our city on a vow to offer lavish gifts. We lined up along the street to watch the alien walk with our ambassador. As it passed, it stopped and knelt in front of me. I still dream of what it said. Young one, you are meant for greatness.
Now I know why my arrival had everyone on edge.
When I saw you walk with Paran through our city, I hoped the guards would kill you. I will never trust outsiders again.
You did it. Infiltrated the Archon's vessel and returned victorious.
And saved one of our lost colony ships from the Ket.
You're getting a taste of the war we fought for decades. With the relic in your possession, you'll be able to find Meridian and answers. I envy you.
Thank you, Moshai.
Ishare. Evra informed me that the despot of Kadara Port, one of your people, executed Ven Terev.
Sloane isn't with my people, and she doesn't speak for us.
Her actions spoke loud enough. She had no right to kill Ven. What he did was inexcusable, not unforgivable. This isn't what I wanted. Regardless, it's done.
Thank you, Moshai.
Ishare. Jal told me about your confrontation with Aksul. I'm grateful no one was killed.
Aksul got off easy, but Jal has one hell of a scar.
He bears it proudly, for me. The Rokar have been exposed for what they really are. Aksul's faithful are pariahs, like him. I might finally have a chance to reach him, reason with him. Thank you for that.
Thank you, Moshai.
Ishare.
Now, if you'd killed Axel, that conversation goes very differently, obviously, because you killed the guy.
Thank you for helping Avela. I've never seen her so excited about her work.
Thank you, Moshai.
I heard you met my old colleague Danfra. Good scientist, unpleasant person. She shouldn't have tried to scan you without your consent. Thank you for indulging her rudeness. She's been reprimanded for her behavior.
Thank you, Moshai.
You have questions? Ask them.
Thank you, Moshai.
Ishare.
So that's all the little conversations with her to get us up to date. If you're curious about any of those, if you've watched the previous episodes or have played this game, you'll know the people. If you don't know what they mean, watch the previous episodes, that'll catch you up on them. The only thing we need to do real quick is pop into the embassy, double check that, and maybe say hello to the governor.
I have had several complaints from Sorvis Lamp about his treatment on Aya.
The Pathfinder warned him to stop antagonizing the Angara. Would you have our plans damaged by the tantrums of one scientist?
Careful, Riala. Let and as a valued member of our community. We'll discuss this later.
Probably just because he's a bloody Solarian.
Pathfinder, what can I do for you?
That's all for now.
I'm here if you need anything.
Okay, so there's nothing in here.
I received a briefing on your confrontation with the Rokar leader. Your handling of Aksul was flawless. Better than I could have hoped.
Flawless might be too strong a word. Just ask Jarl.
He's alive. He'll heal. And I have it on good authority he's proud of you. In a very real sense, you crushed the Rokar movement by not firing a shot. I can point to this example if anyone questions our alliance again. Thank you, Pathfinder.
Thanks for your time.
Ishare, Pathfinder.
And that's some actual dialogue that I've never actually heard. Or if I have, it may have only been once before, because I don't remember it.
What can I do for you?
Nope, nothing else.
Thanks for your...
So there are still little bits of dialogue that you can find in this game, even though I've played it so many times, that you just don't think to go back and say hello and hear a few little bits and pieces here and there. Especially if you don't enjoy storylines. If you just like action, then Mass Effect really isn't the game for you. It has a lot of action, don't get me wrong, but this one has story to it. It's like a book that with multiple options and whatnot. You can play it how you like, especially this one. I really, really enjoy it. Right. Now we will do a couple of quick things on Haval, and then we are off to Aladdin, and we will finally get there.
Hello?
Ah, you acquired the components?
Yes. I'm looking forward to seeing what you and Gil put together.
He's very gifted. If, when we succeed, more of your people can experience our stories as they are meant to be enjoyed. Goda Tavitara, the Lulia Reborn trilogy. I'm weeping a bit already.
Hey, Ryder. What's the story?
It was great meeting Jill. Any news from her?
You know the look PB gets when she finds something new? That greedy kid in a candy store look?
Yeah?
Jill's all goofy like that lately, which means there may be some pregnancies cropping up on Eos soon. After all her hard work, I'm so happy for her.
Good talking to you, Gil.
Anytime.
Hey.
Hello, Ryder.
How's the face wound?
I think my scar will be impressive.
Now you're gonna look even more badass.
And more appealing.
No doubt. Look at all the dates Drac gets.
Can you stay and talk some more?
I'll see you later, John.
Stay strong and clear.
I always feel bad not having any conversation to actually have with him, you know, open up when he asks that question, but what can you do? The only other person I want to check in on is Cora, and she is where? Lambdrak, Vetra, Jill, Lexi, Cora. Alright, so they're down in the thing below, which is always a pain to get through and come back up from, but what can you do? Still, one of my gripes about this ship is this section right here, perfectly designed for, use of space underneath and whatnot. But down here, this wasted space.
Better not go running off on Kadara. Might end up in another cage. Or someone's stew.
He's a good boy, aren't you? Aren't you? You do know hijack's pee anywhere, right?
Glad you came by.
Any more Commando war stories?
That's all I can share, anyway. I miss them.
See you later, Cora.
Stay safe.
Yes?
I saw another memory that Dad locked away. The day my mom died.
I'm sorry, Ryder.
Even in her last moments, Dad couldn't accept Mom's death.
It's hard to let go of the ones we love.
If you can't run from it, use it. Guess that's what he did. I'll let you get back to it.
I'll be here if you need me.
We can do Kadara real quickly and get Vetra's mission over and done with. Or we could do Haval and get 2 missions done there. Let's do Kadara real quick, get that done and come back.
Now orbiting Kadara.
Wonder how many drunk idiots have fallen in there.
I envy your forehead plates.
Well, that's specific.
Headbutts are like shorthand for Krogan. Focused spot like that, you'd make a point pretty damn quick.
Here we are. You ready?
You were right. The view is great from up here.
We're not even to the top yet. Come on, I'll race you.
A race? Up this cliff?
Less talk, more climb. Let's go, Pathfinder. And no jump jets. No one likes a cheat.
Alright, that's it. Now, I'm gonna show you how it's done.
You can try.
Pride goeth before a fall.
Hey! Having fun?
Told you I'd show you.
Oh, I am well and truly shown. Wow. It's all going to be like this, huh?
No. Better.
For 14 months, I wondered if I'd made a mistake coming here and dragging my sister with me. I don't wonder anymore. Boarding the Tempest that day was the best decision I ever made.
It's been a wild ride, huh?
Wouldn't exchange it for any other.
I always wondered exactly which mountain they climbed, and I'm probably guessing it's either that one or that one to get that view. So, do not know. But, that's it. Literally, that's all we came back here for. As I said, quick and easy. Now we're getting out of here. We're off to Haval. We'll do a couple little missions there, and which will actually end up leading to PB's loyalty mission. But we're not going to do that. We are going to arrive on Aladdin.
Welcome back. Now orbiting Gadara.
Entering atmosphere. LZ in sight.
a beautiful planet, much further along in its ecosystem compared to all the others in the galaxy, because the simple thing is there was 2 vaults left online the entire duration after the remnant obviously left, or whatever happened to them, which you will find out when we get to Meridian. So yeah, there's still more things to find out, obviously. But this is definitely a planet where, now that it's stabilised and the animals should stop evolving the way they are and the plants should stop going crazy, that would be worth trying to convince the Angara to allow the initiative to, have people here, because it's beautiful. Let's see if she has anything for us.
Welcome back.
Nope. But this goes to Joel's mission.
Jarl! Jarl! Wait. Is there bad news?
No, no. The Pathfinder is interested in where I grew up. Ryder, this is my true mother, Sahuna Amadarov.
Nice to meet you. I know Angara liked the hugging.
Giles told me how much he admires you.
Really?
He's my favorite. Smart, loyal, kind. A great shot. Writes poetry, sews.
Mother.
I'm late for a resistance meeting. Stay clear.
Your mother's in the Resistance?
Yes. And every child is her favorite. Everyone, this is Ryder.
Hi.
Look who the Karkin dragged in. Welcome back. This is where I spent most of my days growing up. Me, my sister, Guana, our cousin, Etta, and brother, Finn. Then Bavzil, Rolu.
So wonderful to
Hey,
have
Jarl.
you back.
Hey, human.
Jarl, you bring in someone special to meet us.
Wow. Cozy.
We like to live like this.
Gonna give your friends some real food?
Good to see you.
And here's my room. My tiny sanctuary.
You must dream of a big place of your own.
Sometimes. Maybe. Doesn't matter. This will always be my home. Oh, no. Who put this here?
Schematics? Of...
When I was 7, my aunt stole a Ket weapon for me. So I took it apart. To learn.
And that was a Karkin.
Pet Karkin. Alfit. He died. So I also took him apart.
To learn?
Why not? I never show people these things, but I feel like we're family.
It's been good getting to know you.
Hey, there's one more thing you might like. Sit there.
Been interesting so far. Nice. You made that?
Long ago. It's not accurate. More of a dream, really. Just one more thing I want to take apart and figure out.
Me too, Jarl. Me too.
Me 3. So the only other one here is... I can never find it, that's why I always have to do this. It's down and to the left. Well, that's a first. It's never done that to us before. So, back down in this area. There we go, we finally got the marker shot by pressing Q. Let's see what we find this time. Round to the other side. Yes, we've been here before. Yep. There we go, now we've got the right sort of ammo for us.
Dead outlaws.
You can actually sneak around the remnant.
I need is still here.
As long as you don't let them scan you, you can be very, very sneaky and get around them. Target's down.
It's not worth it. They're all dead. And now
you're here, I'm screwed.
That's right. You're in trouble now.
Now, huh? We were supposed to clean out this site before you got here, but there were too many damn bots. This outfit doesn't care a lick about any of us.
Tell me about them.
Just joined, so I can't tell you much. The Krogan's name is Crank or Crankit or something. He runs the field crews. That's all I know. Here, take the choice piece from this site. I'm officially retired.
Bet this is the second piece you need, PB.
Yep, and the last one's turned up on Kadara. Coordinates uploaded.
Unfortunately, there is no quick way to get out of here. It's just literally run. Not even a quick way off this planet, really. That's why I usually visit here infrequently. We have already grabbed everything out of this place, so there's no use looking around trying to search for stuff again, because we're not going to find anything new.
Leaving Avaril. Bridge is yours, Pathfinder.
All systems green.
Hey there, got a sec?
Sure.
How's your current project looking?
My scanner's still incomplete, as you know. It's prepped for augmentation, but for now, it's only strong and smart enough to locate certain signals. Once you get me the REM tech I need, it'll be a bona fide mystery detector.
Thanks for chatting. We'll talk again later.
You know it.
That essentially gives you an idea of what we're hunting for. Whenever you come back from doing loyalty missions and whatnot, you should go down and say hello to crew members, because they usually have a chit chat with you. Vetra's actually back here. There she is. Then we'll try and find Jarl.
I feel like things are finally going our way, for real. Getting the Solarians back, that's huge. I just wish we could have saved Reka too.
You probably have work to do.
You know where to find me. I always have time for you. You know where to find me.
So there's Drac and Liam. Gil, so Jarl will be on the level below. Oh, there he is there.
Ryder, what a victory. Now that we know where Meridian is, the Archon's downfall begins.
A victory feels good, and there's more to come.
You have a good team here, Ryder.
Yeah, seems to be working out okay.
If you'd like, I can provide crew training about embracing emotions.
Oh. Okay, I'll think about that.
Okay, let me know.
I'll see you later, John.
Stay strong and clear. Yes?
I'll see you.
Okay, so nothing else there. Let us check out what else is going on. Opens up, that one's on. Yeah, so to continue PB's mission, we'd have to go back to Kadara. But it's time we get out ourselves to Aladdin. Honestly, Aladdin kind of reminds me of Tatooine. Dry, hot, it sucks.
We're on course.
Sam, send Callow the nav point provided by our Krogan contact. Drac, we're landing on Eladin to rendezvous with Jorgel Strux.
On my way.
Where is this meeting place exactly?
Called the Paradise. Middle of nowhere as far as I can tell.
Paradise is different for a Krogan.
Remnant starship? No.
Only 41% exposed. I will gather what information I can, Pathfinder.
Who lives here besides the Krogan?
Scavengers with nothing to lose. Criminals chucked out of Kadara.
Gonna be interesting.
Just like Star Wars, Tatooine, vile and scum. So the first thing you kind of want to do is go have a chat to the Sheila that controls this little paradise. But after that, I usually like to try and get out and activate the Remnant Vault pretty much straight away. A, because it exposes a lot of areas that you can visit, and it makes the journey around this planet a lot easier by the simple fact that you don't have to, unlike Vold, where you're worrying about the cold, here you're worrying about the heat. So you've got your two extremes. freezing your ass off or frying your ass off. Either way, she's cooked. So as you can see down the bottom left there, we've got a hazard. Go into a little bit of shade here.
Ania runs this place. I don't know her, but I've heard things. My people consider Eladin uninhabitable, but she manages to make a life here. Somehow.
Going a little bit of shade here, and you notice that this, it gets rid of it. Unlike Vold, you're pretty much cold everywhere. Here, a little bit of shade, you're okay. So it is a lovely planet for some things, awful in others. You don't want to get stuck in those little things because you die extremely quickly because it goes up to hazard level 2 or 3 for some of them. So yeah, don't get stuck in the little holes. Over here, there's an awesome view. 50 degrees C. Yeah, that's pretty hot.
Axius and his gang are tough. Gonna rip them apart.
Wouldn't kill you as quick as this thing does in the game, but it's pretty bloody hot. So, here we go. That's deep. Probably rivals the Grand Canyon in some ways, I would say. There's a lot of chit-chatting to be done here, a lot of people to talk to, a lot of little side missions. It's essentially a brand new planet with a whole heap of things that we need to do, but we're not going to this time around. I'm literally going to leave our stream there for the night because it's gotten a little bit late for me. We will continue on this story another time, and it'll literally just probably be an entire stream just on Eladin. So I'm hoping to go for several hours for that one. Obviously, this hour of the night, it doesn't really work for people wanting to interact with us. But I hope you've enjoyed a little bit of storyline that we've done so far. Have a great one, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe.